Okay, there's some food over there. And once we get probably about a second pop, we're going to want to immediately go on the offensive and start killing some deer and mammoths. And then immediately afterwards, we are going to place down an outpost to start growing. Also, if the audio is too loud, please let me know. I think we're going to place this down by the river maybe, because that is just undesirable in terms of production. 812, okay, that's not bad. All right, we're probably going to go place it over there then. New event. Oh, this is a new event actually. The Stories and the Stars. On cloudless nights, after the fires have dimmed to embers, many of the tribe raise their eyes to the heavens, mesmerized by the vast ocean of stars. Some have noticed recurring patterns among the brightest stars, and in these shapes they imagine the forms of heroes and beasts. Stories of their adventures, their victories, and their defeats are flourishing. Myths can be born here, you realize, ones that have the power to shape the tribe. We could create our own hokey religion to project our authority. So nature, destiny, and violence. The funny thing here, and I'm not going to go out on too big of a rant, but there's no actual night mode in Humankind. So this kind of doesn't make too much sense, but there is no actual night mode. So a little bit funny there, but I mean, we'll just bear with it for the moment. I think a night mode would really enhance the game. But right now, violence wouldn't be bad. I don't really see any neighboring tribes or deer. Plus 20 food. That is very, very tempting. We haven't been blessed with food yields, really. I mean, obviously, like, concrete food yields. Like, we can work this over time. But I mean, just like instantaneously, just getting food yields would be quite a nice addition. So that would be very, very cool. Okay, Lazuli, oh, a fellow Inca fan, always one of my favorite civs to play in any 4X. Yes, I love the Inca in Civ. Let's just grab nature. I love the Inca in Civ, and then can you... There we go. But I think one of the biggest problems with the Civ interpretation, aside from the Inca being absolutely busted, is that there's not a very big expansionist focus, and the Inca were very well known. Actually, it was quite an impressive feat. For their military conquest of the Andes. I mean, if you just imagine all of that mountain warfare and the conflicts that they faced, just having them primarily focus on the terrace farm meme, while it is fun to like play around with terrace farms in Civ 6, it wasn't too interesting or diverse, I think, in terms of all of the different like ways you can play with them. So I'm kind of glad, let's just place this down here. I think I'm glad that they chose a more broader approach where they can just mess with several different systems instead of just focusing hard on like agrarian themes. So that is kind of cool. But okay, another tribes member. Looks like we are quickly jumping off, and we should be solid. Okay, I definitely want to grab the Caralans. I've actually never heard of the Caralans. I'm gonna have to do some research. I just kind of, as a gut instinct, put that video out there. It wasn't too informative, but I did want to get my just very initial thoughts out on the Mesoamerican DLC pack. So that is out there for those of you who want to watch it. Okay, so we have some nice yields here. No, not too much contested territory, which is great to see. Okay, and let's just stick with this outpost. This will definitely be our capital. And then we'll probably sacrifice one of these pops once we decide to place down an initial city. If I can grow this guy to a second pop, that would be fantastic. And again, I'm playing on the standard difficulty. I want to be able to grab the cultures fairly easily. So I'm not really... This is really just a showboat run to test out the new cultures. I'm not trying to go for any huge achievements right now. Okay, you'll definitely get the 2 pops, I think. But yeah, this would be great terrain for the Carolans if we manage to grab them. All right, Violent Pursuits. I've actually had this before. This is not a new event, unlike the prior one. Let's get Bountiful. That's just, why would you ever go with Codified? Cheaper domestication research, and then just -2 food. I mean, the 25 experience would be nice if we were kind of going with militarist culture, but just because we're going with the Carolans, I just don't think it's a very good idea. I mean, and Bountiful for 10 turns is just such a big deal. So they definitely need to take another look at some of these events, because there's just some very obvious choices as to what you usually should choose, unless you're role playing, which makes sense, but otherwise it's just kind of weird in terms of balance. Okay, nice 15 food, very, very nice RNG there. Looks like the gods are on our side. But yeah, okay, just checking chat sporadically here. You might know the Caralans as the Norte Chico. Okay. Which is interesting because the Norte Chico, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, were actually an independent tribe, I think, in the Humankind beta. I think they were even an independent tribe up until the release. So very, very cool there. Okay, and how far are we away? Okay, we only need one arrow star, it seems, for each. So maybe we can grow this guy. We'll definitely get this with a sanctuary, right? Okay, no, that's only +5. They definitely nerfed sanctuary pillaging, I think. So I'm praying. Okay, someone chose the Zhou. No one chose the Carolyn. So chat, let's cross our fingers and hope we got them. And I'll keep one of these guys on standby just to sacrifice to the city planning gods here. Very nice forest. Okay, I'm not only going to need that, am I? Okay, and a science star. Wonderful. Okay, that's not actually not going to be enough. And there is our neighbor to the close proximity of the west right there. So hopefully we can grab... This is like one of the most nerve-wracking moments. Okay, the Zhou, the Assyrians, and even on normal difficulty, the AI have definitely been stepped up. I don't want to sacrifice this guy just yet. Okay. There we go. Can we choose? Okay, we can't choose the Carolans. All right, there we go. I think we grew on our outpost, which is why we got that arrow star. But they are very, very nice. I already talked about their abilities. The healer is definitely the most interesting component of their kit because they can cure, it seems. Yeah, they provide health regeneration to all units in their army. So very, very new playstyle, I think, because you usually don't have healers or support units in this game. So cool. Let's check chat. Okay, so let's go with the Caralans. And I do like the dress there. I guess they're called a dress. It's like a tunic, really, but let's grab this before we ascend, because I think those are usually lost upon ascension. Okay, and then I think my next move immediately... I do not want them grabbing that. My next move is going to be building an outpost around here. So let's do that, and then I can move it later. I'm not going to immediately build right there. Okay, that's good. Let's grab this food here. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and burn this outpost out. All right. Let's go with, I think, industry. You know, let's pick science. We're going to have some decent industry from this forest.
Ah, the challenges of a young civilization.
All right, there we go.
It's hard keeping up with the neighbors when they have the wheel and you don't. Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes. If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils.
Probably should have brought
catch
some
fish.
water.
Tribes settle towns. Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods, services, and
Also, if you want to help out, please leave a like on the stream to get us out there too.
A new future awaits.
Okay, here's our upgrade. Nice, nice, nice.
Or your nightmares to fruition.
So let's get our city up and running. There's the city center. Let's get a closer look at it, actually.
Ah, the luxuries of
And can I spring over on here? Let's move you before we look at the city center there. Probably try to get another outpost down. We are getting some amazing influence. Okay, so here we go. Let me just click on you instead. Okay, how do I... That's weird. There we go. Okay. So the city center seems to be very... I don't know how you describe that. It's basically like a giant pyramid. Anyhow, we are going to, as our first move, this is very interesting because you can actually place it ahead of time. I think it counts as a farmer's quarter. No, it just exploits adjacent tiles. So I think the best place to put it then would probably be in the center because it seems like their abilities stem from being able to stack districts around other districts. So maybe it'd probably be a good idea to place that right there. We can. Oh, it needs to be adjacent to water. Interesting. Okay, that's actually very interesting. So let's go and let's get some food out. How's our food production? 6 per turn. Okay, kind of mediocre. Let's get that down there. I don't want to chop that forest out just yet. I'll probably get... Our production's kind of looking iffy at the moment. I have to be honest here. Get some out there, and then after that we can build that pottery workshop.
Let's go.
I do want to test out the healers, though. I'm not going to bother killing that mammoth. The yields for the wildlife rapidly decrease after the Neolithic era. Okay, I'll kill this guy off. I think I have enough food to support them. And then he'll increase production by a turn, which is nothing to laugh at. And what do we want first? I think something involving lumber yards. Since we have an abundant amount of food right here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and attack this person.
Bloody and smelly, aren't they?
Okay, they're going to retreat.
History may be changed by battles, but that doesn't mean they're enjoyable.
And I'm going to stand still here. It's going to be kind of pricey, actually. So hopefully we find some more influence spots. Okay, let's raise the sanctuary down. Get some gold. Not too much, but it's going to just, I think, contribute to buying out
Certain appeal, the Olmecs.
Farmer's Quarter here. Okay, the Olmecs, they're not too strong of a neighbor. Standard AI here.
Let's go.
And I'm actually going to go ahead and burn that. Because I do not want them. They're burning mine too, so I don't feel too bad about it.
Let's go. Of course.
So that's just the name of the game, isn't it? Yeah. So apparently, Lazuli was just saying I think the Norte Chica were also a minor civilization. So thank you for helping me out there. Okay. Interesting. I think this is the same model they used for the South American units. So I don't know if they had an actual formal model, but I think they do now, unless they were using that for the Olmecs. Okay, in a new event. This is a new event too, I believe. Today, the era of nomadism is a distant memory for your people, multiple generations of families having lived and died in the same city over the course of centuries. Every death comes with pain and grief for those still living, but as time has passed, family quarrels have also become commonplace as arguments over material possessions flare up. One distinguished family, riven by disputes over a herd of prized cattle, have asked for you to establish a clear system of inheritance to help avoid future arguments. Alright, so this is more of a philosophy thing. Be communist. I guess this is just fair. I think distribute is probably the most logical decision there. I don't really care which government we go with at the moment. I'll try to be friendly here with the Olmecs, but I do not like how close they've kind of been getting to me. So I have to guard my territory here. Let's kind of try to explore down to the southwest here. Reveal a few more tiles. There you are. And we hopefully get some more influence as we go along here. Okay, the Maker's Quarter. We get one more pop soon. And the importance of getting those early pops out is not only just to be able to turn your city into a much, look at all these lakes, a much more efficient workhorse really, but also to be able to get some pops to draft for your armies, because if you are a bit rusty, here's our healers. It looks like they replace our warriors. No? Or is that unlocked by a tech? Okay, no, we still have warriors. I was worried for a bit. But it seems like, at least for the moment, it'd probably be better to keep my guys specialized towards the Maker's Quarters. And then once we get some Farmer's Quarters out, we can start worrying about drafting our armies.
Come over here.
There we go. Gold? 40 gold. Okay. It's a bit chillier up here. Here's our next culture or civilization. I'll leave this to them. It's not really too desirable. I mean, it's what? Dry grass and some sterile terrain, rocky fields, or stone fields. Yeah, nothing too impressive at the moment. I feel bad for attacking their city here. Let's buy that out. Gotta be as fast as possible. And +3 isn't too good, but with lumber yards, hopefully it's a bit better here. How good is this tile? Probably pretty good with improvements. Okay. Anyway, I think it'd be a good idea to get a healer after this. And send you down here, and then probably send you back up once we have enough influence. Okay, actually, okay, grab this real quick and then dip back up. All right, some more gold it seems. Okay. The pottery workshop is still a little bit down the road.
They're impressive, the Egyptians. It's a
Okay,
fair
and the
bet that
Egyptians,
you'll
these guys are going to
embarrassed.
be pretty powerful just because of their builder mode. We have builder modes too. It looks like they already have an outpost and a city up and running, so we'll have to see how they kind of clash with the Olmecs here, because the builder AI, at least in my experience, how do I get out of here? Okay, there we go. At least in my experience, tend to be very aggressive along with the militarist AI and the expansionist AI. Okay, we'll buy this out. It's only 14 gold. And now we're producing plus 16 per turn. So while we're at it, I'm going to place down a temporary outpost. It'll take a while to get this built up. And the Olmecs are quite potent with their influence, but I just want to establish my personal space, or my personal little bubble here, if you will. We also have some really good resources here, which is one of the impetuses for kind of grabbing this region. Copper is very important for, I think, the warriors and the swordsmen, or the swordsmen, and then the horses. I think you need iron for the swordsman, but copper, important for a few unique units, and then good for trading as well. So let's grab, what is this? Okay, we don't have enough influence for that, but we ideally want to grab the cheaper outposts and the extra city. That's at least what I always grab. And we could also merge some cities too. I'm usually not a big merger just because I find it to be so powerful, but if you guys want to see me merge some cities too, I am completely open to that. Depends on how good the AI is. Okay, so let's just see here. Also, if I could ask the chat, how is everyone doing today? I think I'm doing fairly well. I have a few big projects coming up tomorrow for college, so I'll have to see. Just wanted to get this video out. Let's put you on food, honestly. Okay, 10 turns. But I have a few writing projects and social psychology to work on, which is not going to be too fun, so might as well get some Humankind gameplay out at the moment. But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on the current culture pack? Are you kind of excited by the new culture picks? I know the Inca were very popular, but what really is kind of your interpretation of this culture pack compared to the previous African culture packs? And are you excited for the new diplomacy DLC that was leaked? Sorry for any spoilers. Okay, there's my healers. And I'm kind of fine buying them out with gold. I think I'll make these two units into my like key scouting party here. I'll just keep you on standby, honestly. And then after I'm done using you, I can use these guys to chart something out. But yeah, these guys will just be my bullying force to kind of push people around and keep the AI out of my key territories. Actually, I'll set you on an auto explorer. I really don't care what you do at the moment. And use your healer. Okay. So our lumberyard would be +6 industry. Not bad. What is this? +7. Okay. And then some, ooh, that's +11. All right. So once we've kind of worked out of this initial circle, we are getting some very, very good yields here. And then I don't want to forget to build my unique district, or my emblematic quarter as they refer to it, a la Amplitude. Okay, there's a river there, which kind of makes this a step above Terrible. Because those stone fields, unless you're like the Garamantes or someone that really likes production like the Egyptians, and I guess we like productions, but we are not really too builder focused. Let me move to legitimacy and get that outpost. There we go. That just makes things so much smoother, because now we can build an outpost like in 2 turns. I'll probably build it here, skip that turn. Or maybe I'll build something over here. Let me drive these guys off. Okay. Right, there we go. Building a little frontier for ourselves. Okay, Lazuli, you say, doing pretty good, knocking out a game of Old World, then saw the news, excited to play with the new cultures over the weekend. Bit baffled by the Cubans. Yes, I saw the Cubans, and I was like, interesting choice there. We are past the Cold War, so hopefully there's not too many complaints or disputes, but really didn't think about the Cubans. The most I know about Cuba is seeing my dad's Cuban cigar collection, so yeah. Aside from that, not really too briefed on the or too studied on Cuban history. So I think I know a little bit about the Bautistas or whatever they were called before Cuba, but that is it from like The Sopranos. Okay, or I think it was some mafia movie. Okay. Let's find that Egyptian scout and kill them. I don't want to sour relations with the Egyptians, but if I have to, bash some heads here and there. I can't pay 41 gold. Okay, I'm not that scared of you just yet. I will be once they get their pyramids out. Okay, I'll just have you stationed here. I just want to grab this before the Olmecs get any funny ideas. But yeah. Charades aside, yes, I am fairly excited for the Cubans. We'll have to see what they do. I haven't really looked too much into them. I think they were aesthete. So... And also, if the music is too loud, please let me know. My biggest problem with recording these videos and streams has been the music. So... Okay. What do you think you're doing here? Thank you. Please leave. This is my turf, buddy. So that is speeding up our production. And then once I ransack this and get some gold, I do want to make sure I'm just guarding my key outpost, because the AI loves to be aggressive, which is a very good strategy for kind of keeping lesser civilizations out of the way. But we have a lot of outposts. Let's get shamanism. Let's get bountiful. We need a boost. So I will be taking bountiful. Speaking of which... Okay, that's not going to change production. Let's get that extra pop there. I'm going to actually go ahead and kill this if I can. Okay, I can't, because I spent a turn on ransacking that. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I want to make sure he's not building any funny outposts right next to me. Then I also want to make sure that I'm building enough units here. So let's get city defense, speaking of which. We can buy this out next turn. I'll do that, even if it is a bit pricey. And then where should I put this? That's my number one concern. Seems like these guys are a faith-based civilization. But yeah, okay, 6 viewers, not bad. Let's put that off just for a little bit. I will hold back, I think. Okay, that's +9. I will hold back. But I have to be sparing with where I place. And that's not even with lumberyard. Let's get another agrarian district real quick. Okay. And we are really blessed with yield. But yeah, I was saying, I'm not too sure. We'll be a bit patient with the placement for that, because it is very important we kind of place it fairly central to the rest of the districts, so we max out that faith. Faith at the moment isn't too relevant, but I'm hoping with future support, it is made into a much more relevant resource. Excuse me. Speaking of resources, let's grab this horse here, because people will immediately want to trade. I get a science buff too. And we're going to grab a few of those luxury resources and get some gold. Excuse me. Grab some water. Yeah, I'm usually not too familiar. It's been a while again since I've streamed. But should be safe here. Okay, there is a new battle. Let's retreat here. My independent scout there. End our turn. And just keep patrolling here. And yeah, I'm fine if they take that. I don't want to be too much of a dick, because I can see a potential ally with the Olmecs as I kind of try to play peaceful here. Then we should just be fine. Okay, let's get some horses down. That's science, and also... What else do we want to exploit? Okay, I'll leave the whales there for later. And then I think I do want to finally place this down. Okay, +13, +2 science. Okay, how good is this right here? Okay, this is fairly middle of the road, so I think it'd probably be best just to place this down here, since we want to place it on our most useless tile. Okay, that makes sense right there. And then it'll kind of buff our surrounding tiles with that faith. Okay, now that you're done, I think we'll send this guy to station up here and build an outpost, and then we'll keep these guys moving down south and kind of just bullying any scouts that dare come into our territory. 2 new stars. Okay, and we are bronze. Working up towards our builder mode. Actually, do we want to trigger that right now? Land raiser. Money and science converted to industry. You know what? Since we are kind of a little bit behind, I think it's probably a good idea to place this down into land raiser for 10 turns. Okay, get that out. Let's also... Okay, let's get those out. All right. And then speaking of which, I want to relocate this really quickly. It's called Lion Rock. Huh. So is there a better spot for this? Let me just see here. Oh, that's probably the best spot. Okay. Just checking there. And where's this battle? Please retreat. They keep attacking me. And let's try to grab this little province down here. Okay, and then hopefully we can start actually building a real army fairly soon. Okay, is this going to be better? Okay, +7, +12. Let's put that in the back right there. And then I think my next project, after I build a few more of these territories down here, is going to be... What's our religion situation here? Animism. Is going to be trying to build a new city, I think. Right. So... let's just place something up there. In case, again, the AI gets any funny ideas. Right, and then I think I'll probably sacrifice this guy over here. I don't really need that other scout hanging around, and he'd just be wasting turns sitting. I'm fine with the stability, since we do get a boost to that due to the main city being our capital. Okay, and then let's focus you. I don't really need that money. It's not gonna matter since we are in builder mode. Okay, and then once I'm done claiming this outpost, I'll stop my tirade. Let's sacrifice. There we go. Okay, and we should be good.
Follow me.
I might even hold back and do what the AI do and dev up, so to say. But the real question is, what do I build my next city into? I think we're good for now. This is a fairly big province. All right, the art of divination spreads across the empire. Priests search for messages from the gods and animals' entrails. Okay, that is a bit violent. Let's try to get some faith. Or actually some learning. After we get this out, I think we'll turn off builder mode. There we go. Cultural conversion started. And I think that's enough aggressive expansion for one day.
First visible mark.
Okay, and there is our emblematic quarter. So this is actually interesting because it works. Let me turn off that pesky UI. No, that's not the one. Okay, there we go. So interesting dome shape. It's almost like an arena, but essentially it works because, or it works like, how do I explain this? Kind of like the government complex in Civ 6. The more districts you surround this with, the more faith it generates. So useful. It does take away from stability, but useful in the long run if you are trying to dominate with faith. So, and then getting some of those tenets too. Okay, let's move. I guess these guys back to the center of my empire. The Olmecs are condescending, which means we are going to want to build up. We can buy. Industry, food. We'll humor them, I guess, and try to buy some. Ebony there.
The world comes
Okay.
a bit closer
And then let's get
together,
some builders out if we
thanks to the
can.
first
Not
trade
builders.
lane that will bring
I'm not
shiny
playing
baubles
Civ.
and
Some
greedy
archers. Okay, buy that guy. And probably get another real quick. I think my main army will be composed of 2 archers, 1 healer, and then 1 warrior. What is their army composed of? I'll retreat for now, actually. Even though I'd probably be favored in melee combat since they are both archers. But I am going to back off for now unless they persist. Okay, they are persisting. This is actually a better spot for me since I have the high ground. But let's keep our healer in the back. There we go. So yeah. Okay, so they're going to try to stay as far away as possible. It's not letting me attack from that high hill. Interesting. This may actually be a losing battle. Okay, let's try to attack from there. We are going to lose a scout, unfortunately, which was going to make us weak in the long run. Okay, let's take him out. There we go. Okay, it wants us to sacrifice our healer here. I do not necessarily agree with. Okay. And they actually attack the stronger unit. Okay. And we lost our healer. Okay, so that was not an advantageous battle there. I was hoping we'd lose 1 or 2 scouts, but not our main fighter there. So let's get... We need to build ASAP. Let's get you on food. I don't need money. Get you there. Because they will declare if they find any weakness. I think fishing would be good. Okay, we are still solid. And then we are saving up, I guess, for our next improvement or city. Let's set you to auto explore. So I need to do this as fast as possible. Okay, and then I think a healer. Okay, that's not bad. And then what? A warrior. I do not need that scout. How much is this going to be worth? Okay. +4 food, so not the best. So let's get refine on stability. Probably 1 more. Food quarter there. Okay, there we go. I'm buying like crazy because I have some extra gold from those luxuries I invested in. And we are not being ransacked there, which is great. Okay. So we have some peaceful nomads to the west. And we have some new warriors, so I can actually cancel that last warrior, which is great. But I think maybe just in case, I'll build some extra. You know what? Let's cancel that. Could get a harbor for some food. Let's go on the agrarian. You know what? Let's get the lumberyard, actually. Tough choices. And then afterwards, we'll build, I think, a warrior and a healer. There we go. Let's get masonry. No. Bronze working. Okay, retreat. We have a few aggressive independent people here. And I think I chose 2 continents, so it looks like the Egyptians actually have a fair bit of space to expand. But I think what would be a good place to build another city? Probably Felis. If I'm being honest. Looks like a pretty suitable candidate here. Some very nice flat fields and forests. Let's get a harbor for them while we're at it.
You have built a first harbor
And then it's going to be a while, but we can get a city there fairly soon.
Stock up on champagne bottles.
Okay. And our faith generation should be very, very good. We actually won that. Thank you. There's Mount Roraima. But yeah, it seems their emblematic quarter isn't going to be too strong. Let's look at our faith output. Yeah, the Egyptians quickly founded a religion, so our faith isn't too good at the moment. We're going to have to quickly surround that. Get something out. Okay, there we go. And then after the animal barns, let's get that out, that maker's quarter. Let's build a music school for that industry boost. Bronze working, fantastic.
It's one of those moments.
And then there's the Great Blue Hole. I think the Great Barrier Reef, one of the two. Okay, I am fine with that build queue. Let's get masonry queued up. And then we should be good. How is our... Are we close to our religion? Okay, I think we're at least somewhat close. Some gold.
Good going.
And then a unique little peninsula out there, which we will probably snag if we can. But yeah, very, very nice. I was actually hoping in the E3 trailer for the devs to kind of tease the diplomacy DLC, but they didn't. They said, like, wait, there's more. And then they actually talked about consoles. I don't own any consoles aside from like a Nintendo Switch Lite, I think it's called. So not too interesting to me, honestly. But for those who are waiting, I hope you enjoy getting to play the new Humankind DLCs. Whenever the console edition comes out, that is. Okay, so that is good to go. He is not letting me go. Unfortunately, you are going to have to sacrifice yourself, but you did find us some new territory, which we will gladly expand to in the future. All right, the cost of administering an empire. We're not actually going to rank up. I don't think we could. But who do we want to choose next? We have the Nazca next, the aesthete. They have the Nazca lines. Interesting. So it seems like once you build this, you get +2 influence and +1 faith per district in your empire, which is pretty big. But it seems like these two cultures really focus on faith and influence. And then we have written in the stars, +1 bonus emblematic district on territories containing a natural wonder. Okay, and they have the headhunters. So do we have any natural wonders aside from Roraima? I know Roraima's right there. But we had Baikal. Right? Okay, not interested in that. That's just a trade port. Yeah, I don't think we actually have any natural wonders, which is unfortunate. Unless I'm missing something, which I probably am. I'm still going to go with them anyway, but that is kind of weird. All right, so we got Euphony, brings us closer to order. Once we build a school, they are attacking my scouts like crazy. Okay, I'm not... Remind me later. There we go. And... we have a pretty good legacy ability, I have to say. I don't think anyone's going to be rushing to pick the Nazca. They look fairly weak, I have to be honest. Okay, these tribes are vicious. Jesus Christ. But we did map a fair amount of territory. Alright, but we do want to bring this city up real quick. So let's evolve our city here of Waito. You're going to want to get some coastal water here, I think. So, build that lumberyard there. We are going to want Pop working that production there. Okay, and then once we get that down and get that little emblematic district built, I'll transition to the next era. Okay, get wheel. Okay, 4 faith now. And then hopefully we can get a pillar out or a religious monument for us. Leadership +1 city cap. Let's get +3 faith on territory. And +1 combat strength on unit. And we got a new warrior. Great. Let's get that healer out. And since we have so many pops, Okay, we have some copper. I think we can just stay around here, go on builder mode real quick, and ignore the penalties for that. Maybe get a good harbor out. Where's a good harbor? Okay, plus 11. And then it's not going to be useful at all. I think probably get some palaces just because I'm worried about the AI. Okay. That seems to be good. All right. And then we'll transition later. So now that these guys are out, we are going to transcend to the Nazca, I think. Interesting, there's a new animation for the turn timer there. Okay. So that's going to make building this easier. It looks like we got some influence too from all the buildings. So let's go ahead and move you there. We can't put this guy in builder mode. And then afterwards, it looks like the Nazca are still ours to claim. Then we can pick the Nazca. And we are in 5th place. Okay. We have some catching up to do. Let's get religious rights.
There are some things that are best done alone.
And we have our first religion. We should be fairly strong with our new, what is this called? A ceremonial plaza, cranking some faith out. But it seems to be at least competitive in terms of faith, which is interesting. So there's a bit of a challenge here. Okay, Land of the Dead. Let's go ahead and get forced labor on them. Spam that production. Go crazy. Okay, you're good. Let's grab that public fountain quick for the stability. And then I think we'll build another auxiliary unit. Let's get a chariot. And then an archer. I think would be a good call. Okay, no one has been attacking our outpost there. All right. But yeah, I probably picked a bad time to stream this just because everyone else is probably playing the game. I didn't think about that until after I started streaming, so yeah. But let's merge you. Okay, archers are going to be done soon. 14 industry with the forge. That is very nice. And is this almost done? Okay, it is. So let's finally ascend to the Nazca. Okay, they aren't taken. And that looks very underwhelming. Let's take a look. I like my cape, though. Let's take a look at the headhunters. Beheading fallen enemies, headhunters claim their foes' vitality for their own while renewing land's fertility. Shared ardor. When this unit destroys an enemy in battle, it inspires all its allies and provides them with an ardor boost. Okay, I don't know what ardor is, but it seems like these guys reinvigorate tiles, so I don't know if they give them bonuses after killing a unit. They seem very interesting there. Okay. Alright, I'm into it. And let's station you. Okay. Yeah, this city has been like a super city. It's been doing amazing. Just because of its location and my excellent, flawless planning, of course. Let's get a lumberyard up. How much is this going to grant me? Yeah, 6 industry. Okay, not bad. And then we do want some food, of course. Once we can put it out. All right.
As urban centers grow at a record pace, arts and sciences flourish as military tactics and mathematical equations become as coveted as physical goods. Empires struggled to control these intangibles, however, as some might trouble their stability.
It's weird how it says trial version,
A
though.
new future awaits. Let us see if this culture will bring your dreams or your nightmares to fruition.
Okay. One thing I did want to ask, though, since I'm thinking about it, do I want to go with the Taino? Or do I want to go with the Mississippians, chat? Let's take a quick look at them. Okay, so the Mississippians have flowing waters, +3 industry on industry producing districts built on a river. Okay, so these all get huge river boosts. And then Sacred Mound, cheaper industry cost reduction for adjacent districts, okay. And then on, this would pair really well with what we're going for. +3 faith, +3 industry, +2 money on adjacent tiles. And then they have the Cahokia Raiders, Raiders Ardor. Okay, I do not know what the Ardor combat strength bonus is. Okay, so it seems like what I'm guessing this bonus is once they go and kill someone, they get a boost to their combat strength during combat, because I have not seen that before. Okay, and then we have the Taino. +5 food per number of territories in your sphere of influence on city or outposts. Okay, that is a lot of food. And then they have the Batey. +10 stability, +10 influence on settled city. That's honestly not a very inspiring culture. They receive no penalties from rivers. This is honestly, the Mississippians sound more interesting to me. I have to say. But chat, it's up to you. I guess we could even post a poll. I can do if you guys are okay with me doing that real quick. So let me just type this real quick. Mound boys or canoe boys? I wonder if the Taino built kayaks though. All right, I think the poll is up. If you guys see that, let me know. Okay, there it is. The poll is officially up. So I'll stop bothering you guys. Anyhow, or I may stop bothering you guys just for this minute. But we have that up. Okay, lumberyard, and since I am a bit paranoid, I will be building, I think, one more army. Speaking of which, let me go ahead. I'll put these individual guys on these outposts here. I'll probably keep one over here for the city. And we could use a science quarter, TBH. We don't have too many rivers to work with, do we? Let's get standing army, since I am building some more army units. But yeah, merchant culture could be pretty good too.
And now we have encountered the Maya. Those javelins are as unpleasant as their.
And we have the Nazca line. So where the hell do we build these? Probably here. So basically what it does is it buffs my influence. This is like a ton of influence. +5 influence, +1 faith on all, it seems, emblematic districts. It didn't say adjacent districts. It said all emblematic districts. So it doesn't seem to show me the yield though, since it is a district. So I think, yeah, it's literally all emblematic districts. So I'll just build that there, the Nazca lines, and finish the forge right there. Okay. So the Olmecs, how do they feel about me? Tyrannical, even though I could kick your ass easily with my units. That is a bold take. Okay. AI definitely is feeling very weird. Interesting. Well, it is their funeral, so I'm not going to really make any complaints. I think Sun Tzu said it himself best. If your enemy is making a mistake, do not interrupt them, to paraphrase things. Okay. Let's build that industrial district or the lumberyard. And we are golden. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have influence coming out the ass, honestly. And I literally mean out the ass, because we're going to be raking in like up to +100 or +200 things of influence. War declared by the Greeks. Okay, we are in serious trouble. Screw that. Let's go ahead, build some headhunters. Okay, we got to start boogieing. Where are their units? Speaking of which, they could buy out these mercenaries too, which could be very, very bad. Let's go ahead and get some palisades up ASAP. Fortifications would be nice. We do need citizens. Okay. All right, they are moving to intercept right over here.
Follow me. Come over here.
Interesting. Manual battle. You would think I'd get the advantage here. Ooh, they have cavalry. All right. Okay, this is going to be tough. We just need to survive one round. They're doing some serious damage. Okay. This is not a good look. They had some very good positioning, honestly. And they have veterancy, so they've been fighting. Okay, I will be coming for them, though, immediately after with my other units. Okay, you say Mississippians sound much more interesting, TBH. I agree. I imagine it boosts all emblematic districts in the same way the contemporary Egyptians bonus does. It seems the lions can be placed anywhere, just from my observation. I could test it out again, but yeah, it seems, yes, they can be placed anywhere, kind of like the Gardamantes district. So this is gonna hurt. Ooh, I might want to get all my guys on production, honestly. Just get those out as fast as possible. Now my healers are kind of underwhelming, but I hope the headhunters kick some ass. Doesn't seem like they have their primary hoplites though. Okay, that is unfortunate. I am going to move my guys in immediately though afterwards. So yeah.
Come over here.
Okay, let's get you in here.
I'm on it.
And then we need to upgrade you. Okay, 180 gold. We're going to have that fairly soon. This is actually really good. I think this gives us a reinforcement. But it's a scout rider. Well, it's the thought that counts, I guess. Yeah, not too good, honestly. Maybe we can move our scout rider. Let's just station him there. Let me go ahead and attack these guys. Okay, I can't. Can my headhunter attack him?
Here we go.
You can. Okay, that's going to give us some score.
A delight.
Keep moving.
Okay, and they are attacking me here. I'm going to retreat real quick. And why can't I choose my retreat area? That's a bit weird.
Don't fall behind.
Yeah, the AI does not mess around. Let's go ahead and try to get reinforcements real quick. Oof. Okay, we're gonna have to make our last stand here, unfortunately. All right. They took out 2 of my units already. Wow. I'm just gonna have to get to higher ground, honestly. Not a very easy fight. The AI just is very, very aggressive, it seems. Okay. Like, I do not know how, in God's name, they pumped out that many units. Okay, let's grab that. Abstain from intoxicants. And then we can immediately get our next tenant, can we? No, so what is it asking me? Okay, I got that. Alright, there we go. And we're
Another
actually
empire built
spreading out.
Stonehenge.
Okay.
Druids from across the globe can make
So, yeah, I have a reason to panic. Philosophy. I may have to end the stream if I lose, which is unfortunate. So I am in freak out mode, I think. We'll have to see how this turns out. I guess what they did is they hired a bunch of independent people.
It all sounds well and good.
Grab that influence buff.
Until they start worshipping delivery services.
We
and
could do that, but I'm kind of using my gold to buy out new people. Okay, let's get ferocious. It's only a matter of time until they actually come and try to attack me. Let's get palisades up as soon as we can. And then we need to make a stand here. If possible. So, yeah. Okay. Not a very good first run, though, I have to say.
Other empires are nervously
Which is funny, because this is on normal difficulty.
5 makers' quarters.
Alright, we'll build that Nazca line, and then afterwards we're immediately going and getting some more warriors. So I think we'll go for more headhunters. And then it seems like they have a fair amount of horsemen, so then some spearmen and then like an archer. And then you honestly build that. We don't even have time for that. Crap. Freak out mode, huh? Let's get a headhunter. Let's get an archer. And then
Debate and
just
discuss.
pray things come through for us. If only we could pay, like, the Egyptians to go to war with them. Are they at war? We're at peace. And they're vassalizing the Carthaginians. Okay, and they're at war with the Greeks, so I do have a little bit of a chance here. But I need to be very, very, very careful. Because this could be make or break, quite literally. Alright, well, we love some tension, don't we? Okay, the Palisades should give me a good defensive bonus if they do decide to come knocking, which they should fairly soon. But I'm just hoping the... What are they? The Egyptians or the Greeks? They knock them down a bit. But yeah, very, very tense. Okay, seems like everyone is voting for the Moundy boys, so we will go with them. Okay, the Carthaginians did invest in me, so thank you to the merchants. Always so lenient with their money. Okay, we need a food quarter. 6. Oof. 5 turns. Alright, we'll have to bear with it. Okay, headhunter next turn. And I'm really hoping these headhunters come through. It looks like they have some decent military strength. So I'm just hoping they... Okay, overproductive, thank God. I'm hoping They go crazy. All right, they are coming. Okay, they are coming. Uh-oh. All right, so we'll have to survive this war. I don't know if we'll be able to weather it, but I'm just praying we do. And then just hope they attack us here as we make our last stand. Okay, they're going up there. All right. What do you think you're doing, buddy? Attack here. Oops, I accidentally attached. All right, we do not want to do that. All right. We can't attack just yet. Okay. Can I go ahead and try to poke them? All right. And then our guys are joining in here. Okay, let me add my guys. Flank them. Please, headhunters, please come through. Okay, and my spearmen too. Alright, let's weaken you up. Okay, headhunters actually aren't too bad, it seems. Okay, so +3 from friendly units, +1 from combat strength. Let's hope we get the ardor bonus fairly soon. And then we have a headhunter here. Let's try to lay into the javelin warriors. And then I'll just put my scout riders here for defense. We gotta wipe these guys out fast before reinforcements come, though. And they do some decent damage, but I think we caught them by surprise. I will say, though, compared to Civ, even though I'm pretty bad at this game, it seems like the wars are just a lot more impactful and just fun to play around. Alright, screw you, chariot. Getting some mileage out of my pikemen. Okay, the headhunters aren't bad. I think they're getting their ardor bonus. Right? Blood for the blood god. Okay, I do not know what is this ardor bonus? Let's attack. Finish you off. We are doing some decent damage. Granted, we do outnumber the AI, but we did a significant victory there. And with the new rework, okay, we are chipping down at their war support. So, okay. Not so tough now. I may be eating my words, but it seems like there is a little bit of hope for us after all. Oh, I can't believe it. All right. So maybe attach a territory or two for a resource boost if your stability can support it, or heck, even form a city to the south there. Another production center couldn't hurt right now. All right. My only concern with popping out a city is, one, I don't know where the AI is located. I can see there is a unit here, but I don't really know the situation with the Egyptians. So they could be getting their ass kicked. I can only get like a rough measurement. They could be getting their ass kicked by the Egyptians, or they could be completely stomping them. So that's the tricky thing with all these mercenaries running around. They are swords for hire, and they could just, on a moment's notice, buy them out. These guys are sitting here, so a bit concerned, but I just don't want to build that there and then just have them immediately take my city and screw me over, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to be very, very cautious at the moment. Did we get ardor? What is that ardor bonus? Shared ardor. Okay, so I think I see what is happening here. Okay, I didn't really notice an ardor bonus, but apparently they did get it. We could use some more production, but we do need to get rid of these pops. We're thankfully, thank God, above when it comes to, let's get the stone walls. Army wages. That's not gonna help me out too much. Get the higher army cost reduction.
Independent people end up as shock
Can we hire
cannon fodder or respected allies.
your guys here? Okay, 66 to rent their army for 20 turns. Okay, but they are a defending army, so they're defending against something, it seems. Okay. So what is your next move, buddy? Let's try to keep a defensive line. I don't want to leave this city here to die, but they might have to suffer a little bit. Okay. We are healing though, which is great. Let's get some stone walls up. Okay, are they going to try to pillage me? If we can kind of pick them apart, that would be great. But I just really have to hope they make some dumb decisions here. Okay, do we have stone walls? Okay, no we don't. But we honestly don't have that much in terms of choices here. Okay, let's get those out because I need to grow as soon as possible. Speaking of which, it looks like this would be an advantageous battle at the moment. So I will be taking that. Okay, they are going to engage with me. Wonderful. Okay, and we can build a front line here. So it seems like they aren't making the best decisions in terms of combat choices. Interesting. All right, let's get that. Juicy. Okay, and there we have some decent movement. Okay, I want to get you up here. Get behind the lines. Okay, finish you off. Sorry if I'm not talking too much or being too detailed. It is kind of stressful, I won't lie. I'm going to go ahead and tack downwards. Okay, so we'll see. What is your move? Our headhunters are doing decent. Alright, they're putting up an admirable defense. Okay, we're gonna. Oh, that is a ton of damage. Alright, that was not very smart, was it? So it seems like the AI is great in terms of pumping out units, but their military tactics are laughable at best. I may be eating my words fairly soon, but that's just my general impression from this battle. Okay, we may lose this guy, honestly. Let's hope we can take him out. Alright, we lost him. Oof. But we did win. So we only lost one unit, and we did some decent damage to their war support. So we're actually turning around. I honestly was considering ending the stream when they immediately declared war on me, but there is some hope after all. So I just hope I'm not jinxing myself. All right, get those stone walls out. Okay, and we're close to a war victory. All right, chat, we are actually doing it. Okay. It's Morbin time, as they would say. The hip kids. Okay. Let's grab you here. It is indeed Morbin time. Okay. That wasn't very smart, was it? Okay, what are you? Can you please catch this guy? Thank you. Shouldn't be very hard. I probably lost like 20 viewers just with that comment alone. Right. I don't think I've even seen Morbius, but I just saw that when I was waiting for Humankind in the Game Awards chat, I just saw Morbentine being posted, and I was like, oh wow, that meme is still strong. Okay, it was quite impressive to see so many voices from so many communities just simultaneously saying it's Morbentine. Just really ignited a fire in me, I guess you could say. All right, anything in chat? All right, no worries. It is still plenty entertaining. All right, and I didn't even check the poll. What is the poll? Okay, it's so Mound, rightfully so, has 80% of the vote. So I'm at least gonna give you guys my best effort in terms of getting the Moundy boys. But if we don't get them, there may be hell to pay. I just have to say. Okay, so we have a nice perimeter here. I also hope my voice isn't too grating because I've been speaking for a while relatively. It's been like an hour, but just for me, not having streamed, but I hope it's not too grating. Okay, they built a city there. That is not acceptable. We will raise that. Just the sheer audacity of these boys is just, ugh. All right, we did build our Nazca lines. Okay, that's not very impressive, is it? We just built like some lines in the sand. Oh well. I guess from an aerial view later on, it will be appreciated, right? So there's that. But it seems, right, we are getting a boost to all of our districts. How much influence are we popping out? 61 per turn? Okay, that's not too shabby. But the Nazca, honestly, are a bit underwhelming, I will say. Can we screw you over? No, we can't buy that out. Our influence is pretty strong. How is our religion strength? We could do a bit better. Speaking of which, I do want to build a city. But I think I'll do that after the war just because I'm a bit nervous at the moment. But we have been sitting on like a ton of influence, so it should be good to go. I was just... Okay, there we go. One more influence star. Okay, Mound Boys, we are coming. But we're not doing too well in terms of arrow stars. The AI is just... They really did a number on the AI's... just in terms of overall skill, I guess you could say, with the latest patch notes. They've been doing very, very well, the devs, in terms of adjusting the AI. Far better than the Civ 6 team. I remember with Gathering Storm and later on the New Frontier Pass, people were like, oh, they're finally going to get the AI up to speed. They're going to really polish their cuffs in the latest update. And time and time again, it wasn't until like the very final patch did they actually improve the AI to a consistent degree. Which is kind of sad, but they did their best, I guess. It's not too impressive, honestly. Oh well, and we need to build some wonders too. But hopefully the Nazca will help us light the way. But I will say that Aesthete bonus just is not too useful. I mean, you can get like a free Casus Belli for having a culture in a foreign territory, but just Cultural Bliss is just too defensive for Aesthete cultures. There needs to be something more punctual. It needs to be like converting an enemy city, and like getting them to spawn like rebels or something. That would be really annoying, but just something more impactful. It is just very underwhelming, honestly. Okay, so we built our front line. I'm gonna get another archer, and we should be fine. Let's get forced labored. And how close are we to a victory?
A delight to see.
Ooh, we can actually go ahead and press. Since they are losing. I think I'm gonna go ahead and advance and take this city. Reclaim it, really. Yeah, their armies are not doing too well, are they? They had an impressive showing, I will say. But eventually, it seems they just crumbled like the rest. Huh. An ongoing war. I could say screw them. But I do want their city. My city, I should say. And it will be my city. Even if I have to burn it to the ground. Okay. Let's put you on the defensive here, just in case the AI gets any sneaky ideas. because they are prone to getting sneaky ideas.
The impressive Maorians. Science, faith,
All
and
right,
culture.
3 turns.
The only worrying
Okay,
thing
why did you think you could just waltz in here, buddy? This must just be a last-ditch effort to blitz us here. But yeah, we are going to be taking this little city here and liberating our brothers. Okay. Yeah, get the hell out of my territory here. Okay. Teach them a lesson in common manners here. I'll station you, skip a turn. And then one more turn and we should be fine. Okay, there is an army coming from the south here. Looks like they were just taking that outpost. I will be taking that too. So we're going to have to see how all that goes. Okay, we're going to humiliate them here. Try to prevent them from regrouping. And I think the more damage they take from
Do
us,
something clever today.
right, a non-aggression pact, or the more support they lose,
Come. Both up. I would
the harder it becomes for them just to continue to exist as an empire.
Sovereign.
But yeah, we did. We kicked them in the ass. So far. So far.
Understood. Don't fall behind.
Okay, getting our archer here. And okay, let's end our deployment. Yes, there we go. Okay, so they did join. We're gonna go ahead and kill the scout raider. Sorry for the boring commentary, though. I am just really focused here. Perhaps to my detriment. Can we move over here and then get you on the horseman? There we go. For these sort, that's never mind. Right, I'm seeing things. Horseman's actually over there. Okay. This should be our last battle, though. They chose a very, very poor position. Okay. Even our archers are putting up a very good fight. Okay, javelin throwers, you are out of the game. Alright, I am proud, I think, for a little war effort here. Okay, no losses either, as far as I can tell. Come on, boys, burn this to the ground. Okay. So I think in celebration, we will turn this into our first Nazca city. Nazca city. Alright, I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay, there's our Nazca lines. Let's get you to food. Let's get you to production. Okay, well, once we're done building that, though, we'll focus on something else. I just want to get that out for the clickbait screenshots I post on all of my little videos. So, just for your information.
With a first ship, you
All
can
right.
protect your interests far from
I know an
home.
ongoing war can be
Maybe
can be
redefine what
ended,
those
but
interests are.
I just feel like being a dick. So, thank you, UI pop-up. Where did they go? All right, they just disappeared. Interesting. So I think once I take this little territory here, I don't know. Chat, do I extend the war? Or do I just get a peace deal now? What do you think, chat? Yeah, Nazca, a new culture. All right. Well, that could be possible if we want the Aztecs. So there is that. Let's go combine you. Let's get the only game in town. Let's go ahead. Let's go for some learning. And I think I'll go ahead, get the Mississippians, and then maybe I'll call it quits after I build a few Cahokia mounds and experiment around with them. I have other stuff to do. Not that I don't love you, chat, but I do have obligations. Ooh, 20. That is... Ooh. Ooh. Juicy, juicy, juicy. This is going to be a massive city. This is an insanely good ability. It's not the Nazca ability, but it is the Caralan ability, which is... Where is it? All right, game. Come on. They don't even show... Anyway, it's basically like +1 FIDS icon or resource on your pre-existing tiles if they have a district on them, which is crazy. All right. And maybe we send our guys down south just to raise this real quick. I could be a dick and raise that too. I really haven't done too much. I've been fairly generous in terms of my conquests, honestly. I could be a lot more vicious. A lot more vicious. I think this will be the... We could honestly merge this territory. But this could be a Mississippian city is what I'm saying. So, you are hate-filled, you're seething. Because you're a bitch. Right. So why don't we propose our... Okay, this is no term proposed. You're gonna pay me reparation. All right. Well, let's try to take this out real quick, and then we'll take their surrender terms. Okay. But I mean, after we've taken out so many of their army scouts, I mean, they can't really pose up too much of a defense unless they have some gold saved up for the armies, right? Okay, there's a new city. We're gonna snip it in the bud. And meanwhile, I think I'm just gonna be mean and raise this city. There we go, buddy. Yep, that's what you get for screwing around with me. Alright, the old four extraordinaire way. Okay, there we go. Okay, and I know the ongoing war can be ended. Alright, let's move you over to the front lines here real quick. Okay, who are you? We may need to
With
end
5
this
farmers'
fairly
quarters,
soon.
people certainly have enough bread. Will 5 circuses be built next?
What could you?
You know what? I am kind of getting... Who are these independent people? You know what? I think after this war, I'll end it, and then I'll take that city down below later. All right, let's just take their surrender.
Good. It's
All right, there we go. It's a draw. Okay, there we go. So we did take our outpost back, but that was unfortunate. So I think we should be good there.
I think
They want a non-aggression pack out.
accept. Even against my
They took the Mississippians.
Let us raise a glass.
All right, that is not acceptable. That's not acceptable at all. Look how much territory they have. Ooh. I don't know how I feel about that. All right, well, I think I might... That's tragic. I think I might end this and maybe try to get another save up and running. I do got to get to other things, though, so I've just been trying to play this out and test out the Nazca. Basically, my consensus here is this for the first two cultures. The Nazca suck ass, and the Caralans are actually quite good. They're probably A or S tier due to their yield boosting alone. Their emblematic district is kind of sucky, but it's good for religion because I am dominating with religion at the moment. If I build like a holy site, I'm sure, or another holy site, I've already built one, right? I built one somewhere. Anyway, if I continue to just buy this out though, I can't, never mind. Anyway, I think this is it for today's stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys, and I hope to see you guys later. All right, and also stay tuned for Humankind stuff, and leave a like and subscribe to help support the channel. I should have some more Humankind support videos coming out tomorrow, so that should be it. All right, love you guys. Peace. If I can end the stream, that is.